Hey there guys, it's DJ Slope here for March's Q&A, and yes, I know I am late, and well, I'm not on camera either. It's been a hectic month, to say the least. Well, I'll start with the fact that, I found out that I'm having a little baby girl come along, so very exciting news. I've had a lot of people around doing a lot of stuff getting ready for that. And it's been my little boy's 2-year-old birthday. We've been on holiday. I've been what else has gone on? Oh yeah, I've been dropped by my partner on YouTube, like quite a lot of people have recently. So I've been trying to organise a lot of stuff around that at the moment, which, if in case you want to know, I'm going completely solo, no partner for the moment at least. I don't see any reason to ever have a partner at the moment at all. In actual fact, the reason that I don't know why I had a partner in the first place. The last time I had a partner, they're the reason I'm not able to get out more content. Absolutely hate it. But either way, I am 100% flying solo. So with all of these different things happening, I've been a bit quieter these last week, 2 weeks roughly, and I'm ready to get that ball rolling again and get back to it. I've got 2 big complete histories coming up. Well, no, I've got 1 big complete history and 1 more obscure complete history that you probably wouldn't expect me to do on a popular game, I suppose. But hey, you know me, I like to do complete histories on whatever I feel like. So yeah, you got a couple of complete histories coming up. I'm actually going to try and get out another video I'm recording this on the 2nd of April, so hopefully I might even be able to get both these videos up. But either way, this is the Q&A video. So what I'm going to do is get straight in to the Q&As, which there hasn't been many. Like I said, it's been a very hectic month for me. I haven't been pushing as hard to get the questions this month, so we'll get straight to it. Here we go. So this one's from Ian A. Chapman. Have you ever watched the obscure Disney film Song of the South or any of the wartime Disney shorts? Yes, actually. I used to have Song of the South on VHS, as did one of my cousins, and for some reasons we watched it quite a lot. And the wartime Disney shorts, Victory Through Air Power, I have seen. I would own it on DVD as well. Unfortunately, the region's completely wrong for me. But I've seen both of those films, and for what they are, they're really good Disney history pieces. And it's a shame they've never been released properly on DVD or, well, Song of the South. We all know why that is. I have seen them, and it's just a shame I don't have them in my collection now on DVD or Blu-ray. Here's another question by Phil Lowlins. Why is there a splash of water at the start of your intro? I don't know, in all honesty. I was just playing around with different sound effects from video games and whatever else, just to try and find out good ways of starting a song rather than just going straight into a chiptune sounding beat. And what I ended up doing was ending the song first before I worked out the intro, and the end is actually when Sonic is drowning in water, just slowed down ever so slightly. So I made the splash just work with that, and that is literally it. So yes, in case you didn't know, that sort of bubble sound at the end of the intro is Sonic drowning, so therefore I added a splash at the beginning. That's it really. There's nothing else really to that other than that. There you go. Here's another question from Tim Labonte. Here's a question for the March Q&A. Growing up in the NES and Sega era of the 90s, some, at least myself, would only get games for a birthday or holiday. Allowance could only get you so far. With that, my shelf had only about 5 to 10 games for the NES, then Sega Genesis. As a kid, who would think our shelves are now full of games? So, what did your childhood shelf look like before the retro gaming engulfed our living spaces? Video games for me are every single bit of money went to the next game. A lot of games, I remember for instance when I bought Micro Machines 2 Turbo Tournament, that was only like a £30 game. So I used to wash cars, I used to have my pocket money of £5 a week, and it didn't take too long. It was only like a month or so before I'd have to get another one, and obviously when birthday comes around I'd get a couple of games, and Christmas I'd get a couple of games. So my shelf, I'm so gutted I sold all my games, I really am, but my shelf used to have a decent amount of maybe 30 to 40 Mega Drive games. The Amstrad days were really easy because you would just copy your friends' games. And also, if you did go out and buy your own game, they were only a couple of quid. And, you know, whenever my mum used to go to WH Smith or places like that, she would just go and come back with a couple of games for me because it was, you know, it's cheaper than buying a magazine or something, isn't it? A brand new game, and that would keep me going. So, yeah, the Amstrad days, I used to have a little flip case that would open up and just absolutely full of games. I'd say about 3/4 real and then a couple of copied games, although there's probably more on the copied games. You could fit 4 or 5 games on one tape, sometimes on each side. So, yeah, that was basically my shelf, and as the years went on and I got more and more into gaming, I would end up having like a Mega Drive area, and then I'd have a Master System area, and eventually I remember just having walls, not just absolutely walls and walls of shelves just full of all these different games. Sadly, nowadays, they're all, you know, just hidden in cupboards and in the attic and stuff like that until we move into a bigger place. But yeah, that's basically where we are. So that was it basically for the Q&As from my Patreons this month. If you want to become a Patreon and ask Q&As and be part of all future episodes by getting your name shouted out or see upcoming episodes before they're released, the link is in the description for you to go check those out. However, I do have one other question, as it was a bit of a quieter month. I didn't mind adding this one. From the first ever person to send me some, some fan art, actually. Go and check out .decor. I'll make sure that there's some names on the screen here so you can go and check him out. Wow, guy from Japan has sent me all the way over to England some fantastic artwork based on one of my episodes I did last year, the complete history of Metal Slug. Yeah, he asked me, you know, what sort of pixel art would I like, and I said Metal Slug, and this is what he sent me, which is now hanging up directly above your head on the stairs as you come down to check it out, to make it look really good as you get as you're far away, and as you get closer you can admire all of those dots. It's fantastic, and thank you so much for sending that. That's really good. He did say not to promote him, but how can I not? Excellent artwork. And he did have a question for me, so I thought, you know what, I'll answer it in the Q&A. Why not? And Chris over at .decor asks, what is the longest amount of time you've played a game in one sitting, never turning off the system, and getting a snack or using the toilet is fine? And what was the game? Okay, as I've got quite a short attention span, which I think, you know, boils down to my Sega roots, because, you know, most of those games are very arcadey. I think it was still a Sega game, and my mind's racing to Crazy Taxi for the Dreamcast because I was just so obsessed with that game. But I think it actually was Wipeout 2097 on the PlayStation 1, and I found the world record of the first track. So I put the cheat in, I got the special car, and what I ended up doing was spending the entire day, I don't know how long. I remember bringing down a television. I remember bringing down my small little box telly from upstairs so I could actually have something on in the background on a proper television whilst playing Wipeout 2097, you know, on a little one on the table. I think it was, if I was going to put a guess on it, because I remember I ended up getting told to turn it off, so maybe 13, 14 hours playing the same track on Wipeout 2097. And I did beat the world record as well. And then when I took the picture, my finger was over the lens. So, you know, you're gonna have to just take my word for that. But yeah, I think it was Wipeout 2097, and I'm gonna guess it was about 13 or 14 hours. But hey, anyway, Chris, thanks for sending that over, and I appreciate sending the art as well. And like I said, guys, if you want to go check out his stuff, there'll be links up on the screen, and go and Google .decor, one word, and you'll definitely get a kick out of what's on his site. So yeah, there you go, guys. That is it. Apologies for not being on camera for this video, but like I say, it has been an absolutely hectic month. And, well, Zelda Breath of the Wild, that hasn't helped either. Like I said, I've got a couple of big complete history videos coming up if you want to check out what they are and see them as they're being made, as well as being, you know, part of these Q&As, name shout out the videos and all that sort of thing. Then go and check out my Patreon. Oh yes, and over the next month you will see a couple of reviews of things that people have sent me. Like I say, hopefully the first one will be tonight. And really, that's it. And all I will say is, well, that's it from me. So, this is DJ Slope signing out, and hopefully I'll see you all next time.